Welcome back to Aeon's End. We're playing against the Rageborn, and we better start beating on him soon, or I think we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so yeah, let's just shuffle up the turn order, and let's get right into it. I've had enough episodes now, I don't need to explain too much. So here we go. I don't know. There we go. Shuffled up. And let's see who will be going first this turn. It is going to be player 2. And player 2 is Zahana. So let's go over to her play area and get to the casting phase. Alright, so here we are with Zahana. And she has a couple of spells prepped. And once again, we have this nice ability that she can cast this, which means cast one of your prepped spells without discarding it. So she's going to do that. She's going to cast Amplify Vision without discarding it. And I do believe, let's see how much damage. Focus one of your lowest breaches while they're all open, deal 2 damage. If all of your breaches are open, deal 1 additional damage. So that's going to be 2, all breaches are open 3, and plus 1, 4 damage. So it gets to deal 4 damage. Let's go over to the Nemesis area and dole out 4 damage. Alright, here we are with the Nemesis. We can either hit the Rageborn for 4, or we can get rid of the Scorn. And I think, oh man, I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to destroy the Scorn. That's overkill. It only had 2 hit points. We're doing 4 damage. But that will get rid of it. So we don't need to worry about it anymore. Alright, back to Zahana's area. She's still casting spells. Right, and the nice thing about the Eternal Ember is you don't discard the spell you cast that's prepped. And now she gets to cast it again. So basically, without going into all the details, we're going to be doing 4 damage once again with the Amplify Vision. So let's go back to the Nemesis area. This time we are going to be hitting the Rageborn because there's nothing left to hit. Alright, this time we're hitting the Rageborn. We're doing 4 damage. It's going to take him from 60 down to 56. So 4 more damage, 56 hit points. We're starting to whittle him down at least a little bit. Alright, back to Zahana's area. Now she gets to play her cards. Alright, it's card play time for Zahana. Does she have any spells? She has the Disintegrating Scythe and the Devouring Shadow. Well, she's going to put the Disintegrating Scythe into Open Breach number 6, or 4, and Devouring Shadow in 3 because they both do plus 1 damage. And now she's going to play the Relic, which is the Mage's Talisman. Gain 1 charge. Any ally gains a charge. So she's going to gain a charge. And any ally gains a charge. So we'll go over to Mist. She's going to get a charge too. Alright, so by Zahana playing that card, it means Mist also gets a charge. Mist now has 2 charges. Back to Zahana to continue playing her cards. Alright, we're going to continue playing cards. And the cards she has left, the Searing Ruby, 2 plus 1 if you buy a spell, and a crystal. So she either has 3 or she can use 4 for a spell. And I think, oh man, I don't know. 4, she could get the Amplify Vision again, or she could get another Leeching Agate. I think she's going to go ahead and purchase another one of these Leeching Agates. And it's when you gain this, you gain a charge. So she gets to gain a charge. And it will give her 2 ether in future turns. And now she can discard her cards in any order. Let's do the Talisman, the Ruby, and then the Crystal. Alright, not bad. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what 5 cards she gets for her next hand. A Crystal, Searing Ruby, Crystal, and Leeching Agate. Wow, lots of ether potential, but not a lot of spells. Alright, back to turn order to see who goes next. Alright, turn order card. Who is up next? The Nemesis. Alright, well, we've wiped out everything in the Nemesis's card area. So we're going to be going right into drawing a Nemesis card, and it is Awaken. It's an attack. Okay, unleash twice, and Gravehold suffers 3 damage, or place the most recently discarded minion in the Nemesis discard pile back into play. Well, that would be the Scorn. Unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. I think we're going to unleash twice, and Gravehold is going to suffer 3 damage. So unleashing twice brings it from 1 to 3. And Gravehold's going to go from 26 down to 23. I don't think that's too bad. It doesn't bring out any more minions, though, so it means all attacks we can direct towards the Rageborn. At the end of the Rageborn's turn, if it has 4 or more Fury tokens, it only has 3, so that's not going to activate. So that's not too terrible. And I guess we're going to go right into the next turn is going to be player 2 back to Zahana. So let's go over to her and see what she's going to do this turn. All right. Zahana is going to bring the pain. We're going to cast off these spells. So the first one she's going to cast is the Disintegrating Scythe. And it says deal 8 damage, suffer 1 damage. So she's going to go from 5 health down to, or 6 health down to 5. And instead of discarding this, destroy it or place it on top of any player's discard pile. She will place it on top of her own discard pile instead. Now it's going to do 9 damage because it was on the Open Breach 4, which is +1 damage. So that's 9 damage. She's also casting Devouring Shadow right after it. And it is deal 3 damage. 4 damage because it's on Open Breach 3. So 9 and 4, 13 damage total. Excellent. All right, let's do 13 damage to the Rageborn. You just know that's got to hurt. 13 damage is going to take his 56 health down to 43. So that was a mighty smack upside the Rageborn's head, down to 43 hit points. Excellent. Back to Zahana for her to finish her turn by playing her cards. All right, that was an excellent turn. Now Zahana gets to play her cards. Crystal, Crystal, Searing Ruby Crystal, and Leeching Agate. No spells. Well, we can rectify that because we can buy a spell now. So this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 to spend. I think we're going to spend actually 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 5. And what we're going to do with 5 is we're going to buy this spell, the Oblivion Swell. And we know all about this because we've seen it many times. So that costs her 5. And we were able to do it with these 2 because this is 2 plus 1 for spells is 3, 4, 5. That leaves her 3 ether. And with the 3 ether left, she will get another one of these Leeching Agates. So when you gain this, you gain a charge. So she gets a charge, and it'll be worth 2 when it comes up. So she's going to purchase that. And now we can discard these cards in any order. So we're going to do it in this order, on top of the discards. And she's going to drop 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is all her discards. We have a Crystal, 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 Leeching Agate, and a Spark. Again, she did a lot of damage this turn, but her next hand not looking too great. All right, that's the end of her turn. Now back to the turn order and see who's up next. All right, let's see who's going to come up next in turn order, and that would be the Nemesis. All right, well, we've beaten him down pretty good. He does get to go, though. No cards to activate in his area. He's at 43 health. He has 3 Fury tokens, though. And now it's time for a Nemesis card, and it's an attack. Unleash. Ooh, Unleash brings it from 3 up to 4, which is not good. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. It's a slaughter. Okay, we can handle that. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Well, we're going from 23 to 20. Okay, we're dropping here now. Not looking quite as healthy as it was at the beginning of this episode. We're not finished yet. That was the end of his turn. And of course, at the end of the Nemesis turn, if Rageborn has 4 Fury tokens or more, which he does, he's going to strike. All right, so he's going to strike. Ooh, none of these are good, as we know. So, all right, here we go. And the strike this time is Devastate. Gravehold suffers 5 damage. Ouch! Oh, wow! Okay, well, we all of a sudden go from 20 hit points to 15. Gravehold is now at half health. Ooh, I thought we'd turned the tide in this game, but wow, did the Rageborn lash out at us this turn. Well, that's the end of the Rageborn. We only have 2 cards left, and I think we know who they are. So let's get to it. Next turn, player 1. All right, player 1, let's see what you can do. We're going to go over to Mist's area and see what she's got in store. All right, so it's time to cast spells. Mist only has her Spark spell available. She will cast it. It will deal 1 damage. Okay, let's go over to the Nemesis area and we'll plink it with 1 damage. All right, not a very devastating attack, but you know what? 1 damage is 1 damage. 43 down to 42. All right. Well, back to Mist to play her cards. All right, Mist going to play her cards. What does she have? Does she have any spells? She has a Spark, and that's all she has. She's going to put it in Open Breach number 3. And now we've got a decision to make. Do we use this for an Ether, or do we cast that Spark spell? 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 for spells. I think we're going to go ahead and use this cast any player's prepped spell. So we are going to cast the Spark spell, which she's already prepped, and that's going to deal out 2 damage. So 2 more damage to the Nemesis coming right. 2 more damage. We're going from 42 down to 40 health. We knocked 30 health off of him. He's still over half of his health left though. Back to Mist to complete her turn. All right, the unfortunate thing is we don't have any spells to prep, but anyway, we cast our only spell that we prepped, nothing left. We could do 2, 3, 4, 5 to purchase a spell, or we could do 4 for something else. 4 for something else, eh? Or 5 for a spell. I think we're going to use 5, and we're going to buy another spell. We're going to buy, once again, the Oblivion Swell. So we're going to use this. We're going to buy it, put it in our discard. We get to discard this in any order. We want to put our most expensive gem right on top of that spell. And then we will do it like that. That's going to be the end of her turn. We're going to dish up 5 cards for her new hand. And I believe she's going to be going again right away anyway. Crystal, Crystal, Leeching Agate, a Spark, and Devouring Shadow. All right, that's going to be her hand. We are going to go to turn order for one last time for this episode and see what it is. And of course we know what it is because there's only 6 cards, 2 of each. It's going to be player 1 again. Well, Mist gets to go again. And that'll be the end of the episode, so let's go back down to Mist and have her take her turn. All right, Mist has no prepped spells, but she does have a nice hand now. She has Spark and she has Devouring Shadow, so she's going to put Spark in Breach number 3, which is open, and Devouring Shadow in Breach number 4. Now, Devouring Shadow means we can destroy 1 card. While prepped, you may destroy a card in hand. And I think we are going to destroy a card ahead. We're going to destroy one of these crystals, get it out of the game. So that's what we're doing this, because while prepped, you may discard a card, you may destroy a card in hand once per turn. All right, what we have left is 2, 3. We have 3 left, and with that 3, once again, I kind of like these. We are going to purchase another one of these Leeching Agates. When you gain this, you get a charge. So she's going to get a charge, and it will be worth 2 later on. So that's discarded, and then we can discard these in any order. We might as well discard them this way. That will be the end of her turn. I'm going to drop 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see what she has. A Spark, Amplify, Vision, an Oblivion spell. Wow, she has a ton of spells for her first turn of the next episode. All right, we're going to zoom out. We're going to recap the episode, and it's going to be the end for today. All right, so good things happened in this episode. We managed to knock 16 hit points off the Rageborn, and I'm looking at this now, and I forgot. After he unleashes, he's supposed to lose 3 tokens, so I'm doing that now. I caught it in the end, because Rageborn loses 3 Fury tokens after he strikes, and he did strike us. All right, everything's caught. Gravehold, though, down to 15 life. Mist is down to 5 life, so is Zahana at 5 life. But we managed finally to knock the Rageborn down to 40 hit points. But we have a lot of work left ahead of us if we want to knock the Rageborn down to 0. So stick with it, and we'll see what's going to happen in future episodes, whether we're going to get both of our heroes exhausted, Gravehold knocked down to 0. Possibly we can beat the Rageborn down to 0 hit points before either of those two lose conditions happen. So thanks so much for watching along. Aeon's End, playing the Rage against the Rageborn with Mist, Zahana. Really appreciate your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. It means a lot to me. So thanks again so much for watching along. And join me next time for the continuation of Aeon's End versus the Rageborn.